I have no interest in Resident Evil 4. Even though I know it's a classic and all of that, I'm not a horror game dude. I've never been a horror game dude, and this isn't going to change my mind. But one thing I will say about this trailer, my God, if every trailer could start out the way they started out with, here's the release date. We're not gonna make you wait to the end of the fucking trailer to see if we might put a release date in there, or to put like, here's the season and the year, which we probably gonna fucking miss that. No, 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 no. March, I think 24th,
Yeah, March 24th,
2023.
2023.
They wasted no fucking time, and I want more games to be like that. Uh Terrence, what did you think of Resident Evil 4?
So I'll say, as someone who like I played OG Resident Evil 4, I played on the GameCube, like one of the greatest games of all time. I'm glad to see Resident Evil 4 return. I mean, we knew that it was coming back. I mean, this has been a rumor for a long time now. Like we knew Resident Evil 4 remake was a thing. It was just a matter of when. And none of us called it being there, but it was there. And it looks good. And I will say this. I know some are kind of concerned about the direction of it being different from OG Resident Evil 4. OG Resident Evil 4 is available on dozens of platforms. That game isn't going
Every
anywhere.
day.
And this is the argument that can be made with almost any remake. Whenever you have a remake, it doesn't automatically erase the original. If you like the original, you can go and play the original. So if this new one does something different, I'm curious to see what direction it goes in. Like, I don't want the same exact game that I played in 2004, 2005. I'm glad to play a new version of that game, like new controls, a slightly tweaked story, maybe not as campy, maybe a bit more of like the darker direction that like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 had. So I'm very interested to see the direction that Capcom takes the game. It's looking really, really good.
I think that's been the big criticism I saw about it, like that it doesn't seem like it's going to be as campy. And I think people like the cheese, and they think Resident Evil is mostly a cheesy franchise anyway. And I can kind of see where they're coming from with that. But I do agree with what you said as far as like, yeah, I think most games, I think like if you want to play the original is there for you. They're not hoeing you like Rockstar did, where it's like, yeah, the old GTA 3, that shit not even available no more. You can't buy it no more. You got to buy this remastered version that nobody likes. Like,
That was so stupid.
yeah,
What's the color?
exactly. They're not doing that. Like Resident Evil 4, I'm pretty sure will still be available to you. You can buy the original if you don't like this, so it'll be fine.
Hell, there's a
Rakeem,
fan-made HD update. Like, if you really, really want to play the original RE4, even with like 4K visuals or whatever, that's there. So, look, if you don't like the new direction, just go play the old game. It's still
There
there.
you go.
and you are exactly correct. Rakeem, what did you think about Resident Evil 4?
I thought it looked great. I actually recently bought Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 last year. They had a sale for Resident Evil. And I'm not really a horror guy, but I did play a little bit of Resident Evil when I was a kid with my cousins. Like I played Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Really enjoyed those games. Traumatized by those games. Probably to this day, honestly. But
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to get back to the franchise, and I really honed in on this Resident Evil 4 because I played Resident Evil 4, and I know its pedigree. I know its history. I have several friends who've played it, including Terrence, Tyler, who love it. And I remember playing it. I was like, "What are these controls?"
Wait,
It
when
felt
did you
controls,
play it?
baby.
weird. A year ago.
Oh,
On
you were talking about
PS3.
recently.
Yeah, I played it
Oh,
recently. Like,
Oh,
going
yeah,
back,
well, yeah, that
playing it
yeah.
recently.
Yeah,
And,
them
I didn't
controls.
experience the full game as a kid. I think I
Oh.
played a little bit of it at a friend's house when I was little.
Okay.
But playing it now compared to like how shooters have modernized,
Mm-hmm.
man, I was playing it, I was like, I can't do it. And then my first thought was, I can't do it, but I know this game is really good. I would love for them to remaster, remake it, and refine it. I'll be damned, that's exactly what they're doing. So as far as that goes, that's exactly what I wanted. And on top of that, like just the impressive comeback outside of the RE3 remake, but Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 1 remake, like it seems like Capcom's are really good guys on for the most part on how to capture those old game spirit and modernize them, and then make them have a new coat of paint. Also, the RE engine looks great. I'm really liking the design, like the design, the characters, and everything. I think the combats will be more punchy and more interesting, which is what I want. I don't want those older controls that feel weird and aiming feels weird. Everything. I know that was purposeful. That's how horror games were designed to make, because they want you to feel, scared. And they want you to feel limited to a degree. But if all that, I want to play this good shooting game on this new engine. on these good graphics on my PS5 in 4K. It's gonna look great. So for me, A plus. Good job, Capcom.
Will, how'd you feel? I know you played the original Resident Evil. I remember you playing it on stream actually. How do you feel about the
Yeah.
remake?
Yeah, and also to quote you, Keem, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was traumatized by the RE series a long time ago. Yeah, it did something to me. Then I picked up Code Veronica, and the rest was history. But on this trailer here, I think just amazing. Just amazing. I'm there for it. I'm here for it. I've played the original one on PS2. I played the PS3, the PS4 version. I have it on PC. I have this game in multiple places and I love it to death. I've beaten it numerous times, and seeing that we're finally getting something here, I know I'm always had an old one to come back to, but I'm willing to sit here and play this remake because I want to see exactly which way they go. I'm ready for that. So let's see what RE4 remake brings to the table. I want to play it.
Again, I'm not a Resident Evil fan. Like I said, like the trailer did what it needed to do. So I mean, like I'm just I'm happy for Resident Evil fans. I do wonder what they're gonna do now that they basically remade. Are they gonna try to remake 5? Like, why would you do that? Like, it's an
Nah,
HD game.
That
I
would be
don't feel like
weird.
it's necessary. It
the
would be
next
like,
the
yeah, I
next
don't know
one
how
should be
old
Code
it
Veronica.
is, but like it should. I guess you could remake Code Veronica. You could definitely do that. So
I think people have been asking for a Code Veronica remake, so I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be like the last remake they did after they do RE9. So that makes sense.
Yeah.